Alright, this is the One-Eyed Cat, and welcome back to another edition of The Good Urge. This is my first honor mode playthrough. I did want to show something really brief in terms of like how I scrub the land. I basically act like a Brillo pad to the entire game, and here's what I mean. When I like pick up stuff, especially in honor mode because there's not a lot of like gold, I pick up everything I possibly can. Fire wine barrels, explosive barrels, you name it, I'm like getting them all. But here's a tip. If you select them all at once and send them to a character and you're already near a shop, you don't have to like try to walk a million miles so encumbered that it takes forever.
See if there's anything
like
you need.
this, go right in here, sell it. There you go. You can also hold down shift. Shift and control also work when you're selecting things, but anyway, I just figured I'd show you like I'm only past two of the Thorns, Thizabald and the gold one, the brewer and the gold or the brewer and the toll collector one, and there's like almost 4 pages worth of stuff in here. But that's important because like I know I don't have a lot of gold, or at least it looks like I might have a lot of gold, but there's some things I need to buy in this game that are essential to like winning the game, or at least going to help quite a bit. That like it'd be silly not to. But anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna go over to Wraithwind Town. I'm going to go into the Mason's Guild first, or at least try to. Also, keep in mind for the purposes of the video, I have a young kitten that's attacking me right now. She's playing, but she's also attacking me. Let's see if I trigger. Yeah, there she is.
I should speak up.
Corilla?
Tread carefully. You are still necessary.
Okay.
Gods, what's
Corilla?
that smell?
I am not I know she works for Balthazar. I just don't know what that was about. If that's one of those things where she broke free of Balthazar long enough to
maybe a nice big hammer for Karlach
to me, or if it was one of those things where like, you know, Balthazar sent her or she's spying on me. She's basically spying on you, but whatever. Oh, by the way, I am a patron of the arts. I steal all the paintings in all the places in this game that I can get them, sell them.
That's
anyway,
curious.
I'm gonna skip past all the looting.
Lies the Grand Mason, his bones and lies exposed.
I don't know if they're referring to Kethra, but the pile of bones was like a pile of all kinds of different animal bones, so I don't know. Anyway, you can see that out here there's some things to steal. I would strongly recommend it. There's also some infernal iron. I don't know if there's going to be enough infernal iron to maybe trigger one more thing that Damon can build for me, but it's worth picking them all up anyway, because I'm going to try. I've already had Karlach's second upgrade done by Damon, so there's really not much else that I can do in terms of for her, but I've already done everything I can. Alright, so again, I'm not trying to like belabor this. I'm going to try to skip past all the looting that I would normally do, unless it's necessary, so that I can specifically go in here and get y'all over to the first place that I want to go. There's a fight in here that I want to show you. Come on, everyone get close to
That's
this.
curious.
Keyhole lock. Now,
Can't
spoiler
keep me
alert,
out.
one of the tiefling children has the key for this. I'm gonna tickle my kitten, I can just see it right now. I love you, kitten, please stop. I know, I love you too. Right now is not the time to play, I'll get to you in a second, I promise. I always recommend that people play with their kittens if they get cats. How you play with your kitten basically determines how the cat ends up. But anyway, so really briefly, please, sweetie, stop it right now. I'm going to show you something I want to show you. Even though I've got a video that's separate about this, I still want to show this. So let's see, I think I already have one. I already have one of them. Do I have? Yeah, there's one. I think for this encounter, only 2 are really going to be necessary, so I'm only going to craft 1. I don't know how much they sell for, but I picked up the stuff for free, so I might as well. Anyway, so there's a trap or something here, so I'm going to go over here and like try to get that done. There's perception.
Something over there.
Disarm. Because if you miss this one, like I think the floor comes up and then like, you know, like people get trapped in here. It's like you have to basically like unarm the trap. But anyway, it's too heavy to pick up. That's just bull crap. It's not true. But anyway, so we went in here. Now here's where it becomes important. We have all our buffs already in place. Let me check on my spellcasters.
No time to dally.
Well, spellcasters could probably use a break. That's more than half.
Ah, excellent choice.
Oh, I could go for a good meal.
For the sake of this encounter, though, I don't think it's going to be serious. So I'm just going to go ahead and proceed. Watch me fail. Anyway. Oh, I love you too, kitten. I love you too, kitten. Can you say something for the video? Come here and say something for the video. Meow. Can you meow for the video? Your crackly little meow that I think is so beautiful. Yeah, I know you're off camera. Hold on. Alright. I gently ushered the kitten out of the room just for the rest of this video. But anyway, here we go.
They should all
I know
be
the encounter's
running.
right here. I'm just going to go ahead and plunge right into it because there's really not anything else that you can do about it. I'll bring shovel up here, but it doesn't really matter. Alright. So, staying right here is probably good enough. They're going to come to us in a second. There's something that's going to happen here that I want to show you, though.
Find a route.
So,
Still breathing, despite everything.
Where's that? I'm going to drop throw some Hearthlight
forever, pal.
bombs. I'm going to put one over here. Another one over here this time. I've never done it this way before in a long time. So basically everyone is going to like make their way over
there.
here. It's supposed to be a lot harder, or it is, at least in my opinion, my experience. It's harder for them to stay invisible that way. I don't know if it's going to be worth it to everyone to use their Hearthlight bombs in this specific manner.
Well,
but
so much for peace.
I think it is, so I do this. I usually kill the racer first because it has the most offensive capabilities. Or the most scary ones, I guess. But if everyone stays near the light, look at this very carefully. Give me a second. But like, I'm trying to remember how. It's a fully lit area, but there's a way. I'm trying to jerk this over here. Come on. I don't remember how I did it, but essentially, it's like the effect. These Hearthlight bombs are like the effect of what is it called? A dancing lights cantrip that lasts for a while. I just don't remember how in the world I found that information. Let's see how it works. But anyway, because I'm so lazy. How many? 38 versus 5. But it's hitting them with lightning charges, so that makes me happy.
We can act fast.
And then of course I'm going to bring Shadowheart over here. And the easy thing to do is bring in the Dawn. I don't see anyone else over there. Aw. That sucks. Hold on. Is there another way to do this? I think they may have moved. Hold on. Yeah, I didn't do a good job positioning, so I'm gonna have to like skip it for now. Okay, we're at 8. Anyway, I'll try to gather them around here in a second. They're gonna come down here and attack us anyway, and I'll use Radiance of the Dawn then. I already have some characters that are hurting that. Shovel can come over here and stay on the light so we can wait for them to come down here. They almost always sound like they've got like laryngitis or something. Like, are y'all okay? Y'all need help? I can't jump on the table. That's fine. So what can I throw stuff?
Good idea, Carla.
Hopefully more of them will come down. Weird, but like they're so visible. Well, hold on. Maybe it doesn't work as well as I thought. Warning flare, but they credited me anyway. Doesn't matter. All right, it's still visible though. So let me think here. What shall I hit this one with? This guy up here, I think. Is there? Oh, there's not. There's one over here.
What's the plan?
Alright, now you, I don't know where the majority of them are. There's just one over, well, one up there.
Take two.
So, I'm gonna stay down here. They should all be moving down here soon. Just don't know what they're up to. Let me think. Is this it? No. We're up here.
Behold the dance of death.
What does it look like? Can you like dance out some moves on the Dance of Death for me? I like the one, I think it was, alright, trying to remember the name of the anime, Death to Kid, Soul Eater. There's a Soul Eater abridged joke where, like, he's like, let's now dance the deadly dance of death. It reminds me of that silliness. Alright, now there's one way, I don't know if I have one of them, there's one way to initiate sort of like the same effect, and it's a dancing lights cantrip or spell. I'm just surprised I don't have it in my inventory, but I am a sorcerer, so you know my stuff is a little bit more limited. How did I figure out how it was last time? There was a way I figured out what it was. Anyway, it basically was like, you know, this essentially that dancing lights cantrip in a ball. Alright, so let's say I'm in this situation where I don't know where the rest of them are. In theory, if I really wanted to, I could probably do another one. But it's sort of silly. You can also... Yep, there's one. Got him. You can also cast dancing lights. You can also cast fairy fire if you happen to get them wet, like with like a spell or like throwing jugs of water. There's many different ways to like, you know, detect these shadows and wraiths and stuff. So
Moving.
I don't think we're close enough. I have another Radiance of the Dawn cast, so I might just do it for the heck of it. It's not really, you know, that necessary.
Ready.
Yeah, see, there wasn't really anything else there, so I know it's sort of a waste, but whatever. you're not doing anything, and you're just waiting for the next enemy, and then it's sort of a waste in the first place.
Count on me.
Alright. Now... Now, I will point out that even though they're enemies and they need to be taken care of, they always leave a visage behind that sort of makes you sad if you, like, you know, click on it. I don't know if I can actually trigger one of them at all, but I might.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
But yeah, I am mostly in this playthrough. Oh, there we go. I knew I had one somewhere. I am mostly in this playthrough. Yeah, there we go. See how it looks the same? Exactly the same. I'm mostly in this
Light
playthrough
on my
focusing
feet.
on the combat, because y'all know most of the other stuff. The combat is going to be the hardest part in honor mode, in my opinion. Whatever. There's other ways to detect the wraiths. Some people will instead take See Invisibility spell. See Invisibility spell is probably the most powerful way to do this and, like, you know, detect your enemies in this state.
To Queen 6.
My only caveat here, Netherese Orb Blast. My only caveat. Oh, there you are. Is that like, I think the way the spell works. They essentially get reattempt to disappear with their invisibility every
What
time.
should I do?
I'm not completely sure.
On my way.
And I'll just do this as a
Fortinet up.
Alright. But anyway, so you get the point, right? Dancing Lights, Hearthlight Bomb looks exactly the same. In theory, if you're playing with a 4-bard party and you have 4 people with Dancing Lights cantrip, you could totally light up this area just about the same. I'll show you what one of these Shadow Visages does.
You can almost taste the sour ale that once clung to this soul's breath. He was insensible when the shadows came for him.
Basically, what happens is when they're turned into shadows or whatever happens, it sort of records the last state they were in before they turn into a shadow. And so it is sort of sad in a way, you know, makes you sad, but whatever. There's some stuff down here that you should look at, the letter and the log that detail things about Ketheric Thorn. There's the way to get into the wine sort of cellar. It's not really a cellar, but it's more like a drinking office or a poker office, whatever you want to call it, man cave. But anyway, thanks for watching. Like I said, I'm going to skip all the looting and focus on the combat in this run so that you all are not having to put up with boring stuff. The next video, I'm probably going to start at the mausoleum at the center of town and then work my way upward through the graveyard and over to Malice Thorn's area. This is so we can beat the Ketheric Thorn, we can revive Art Culla so we can defeat the Shadowverse. Thank you for watching. As always, this is One-Eyed Cat signing out.